Here I am, from 95 to 99, addicted to crystal meth, smoking it, even tried shooting it at one time. Ultimately just was addicted, completely dependent upon it.
Christian Hosoi is ranked among the greatest skateboarders of all time. He was also a darling of Hollywood. The VIP ropes were always lifted for him and his crew. He had it all: looks, charisma, money, guts, and ability. Suddenly the show stopped in a heartbeat.
As skateboarders got higher, Christian Hosoi led the way, breaking all altitude records.
Doing big.
I'd ask people, hey, whatever happened to Christian? People would tell me about how, Christian was all methed out.
Here I am, from 95 to 99, addicted to crystal meth, smoking it, even tried shooting it at one time. Ultimately just was addicted, completely dependent upon it. I've had to, help revive people. I've had to keep people alive while partying right there next to them. Talk about insane, you know what I mean? Think about that. You're sitting there and somebody's like almost dying and you're yet keeping them alive, but yet still partying, same drug that nearly killed that person. And you're doing it, pushing the limits of life. And so many of my friends have just pushed it to the limit and fell off and died. And yet I still continued to use drugs. Ignorantly. Living ignorantly, thinking I'm invincible, I'm untouchable. I know how to do this. I'm smart. Everyone thinks they're smarter than someone else that doesn't make it. When the first X Games came out, I was in Japan and I had a bench warrant out for my arrest for a misdemeanor drug possession. Then I went to Hawaii for 3 months and ended up in the pit of, ice, which is crystal meth at a high grade.
He didn't look good. He looked really bad, so it kind of wasn't a surprise to me. All of a sudden, he's on his way to prison.
Christian Hosoi wasn't a big shock that he went to prison.
My arrest was pretty surprising. Spiritual markers in your life actually come to life, like just being nicknamed Christ in '85, inventing the Christ era in the late '80s, and ultimately my name is Christian in the first place. Wore crosses my whole life. It is quite ironic. In January of 2000, I go to prison and finally hit rock bottom and realized, what am I here for? Why was I created? Why is this happening to me? Why? I'm sitting here making my first phone call from prison to Jennifer, going, look, I'm looking at 10 years. I don't know what's gonna happen. Of course, I was bawling my eyes out, but she was like, you know, I love you. We're gonna try to get through this, but we just have to trust in God. And right there, I was like, God, you know, what's God gonna do for me? I was like, I need a lawyer, babe. I've never opened the Bible before in my whole entire life. And here I am in a situation, opening up a Bible, don't even know what for, seeking God because I'm finally in a place where everything's been cut. All my lines have been cut. And I open it up to Kings, I start reading, and it was like God was speaking to me saying, this is who I am. This is how I function through people, in people. This is my forgiveness. This is my mercy. And I tell you, it was like the whole world and all the burdens of my life and all the shame and all the guilt just fell off my shoulders. And I was free.